Good evening and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Vilonia Eagles and the Jacksonville Titans. Now your starting lineup for the senior Vilonia Eagles. Starting lineup for Vilonia, number 26, Noah Ortega. Number 16, Ryan Hale. Number 5, Ethan Partridge. Number 10, Griffin McCrory. Number 11, Victor Garza. Number 6, Clint Slicer. Number 13, Zach Usry. Number 8, Braden Solomon. Number 7, Sam Kaufman. Number 14, Jance Martin. And playing keeper, Sean O'Brien.
Good evening and welcome to senior night varsity boys game in Vilonia. For those who hopefully you could hear through the headset, if not, starting 11 for Vilonia here on senior night. You have seniors, number 16, Ryan Hale, number 5, Ethan Partridge, number 10, Griffin McCrory, number 11, Victor Garza, number 6, Clint Slicer, number 13, Zach Usry, and number 98, Sean O'Brien. And they're filled out by the rest of the starting 11's filled out with number 14, Jance Martin, number 7, Sam Kaufman, number 8, Braden Solomon, and number 26, Noah Ortega. All right. We had senior night activities here, so there wasn't a lot of warm-up time between the girls' game senior night and this final varsity game, or this senior night varsity game. Boys will have one more game tomorrow afternoon, 5:30 against Eastham here in Vilonia. And Vilonia has taken the field. 40 minutes have been put on the clock, and Jacksonville is still in the huddle, but they should be out shortly. And once they do, we'll get this game underway. Busy night here. Not only is it senior night here at Vilonia, but it's also Vilonia Soccer Club evening where the Vilonia Soccer Club players have been invited to come out and enjoy both the varsity boys and varsity girls game. Varsity girls game play before this was a instant classic. Vilonia comes out victorious in their final game of the season, 1-0 over Jacksonville, with highlights including a record-setting goal, or I guess a record-capping goal for number 21, Jocelyn McReynolds. She ends her collegiate or high school career with 46 goals, and that puts her as the career goal leader in Vilonia girls soccer. And then, not to mention, Izzy Miller Sr. stopping a penalty kick in the last 4 minutes of the game to keep the win on the boards for Vilonia. Like I said, instant classic for the girls, but we're not here for the girls. We're here for the boys now. It's senior night here in Vilonia. We've got 40 minutes on the clock in the first half, and there is the whistle. Vilonia starts with the ball, and they choose to drop. Vilonia possesses. And the ball's in the back. Dropped to Solomon. Solomon out to Martin. Martin over to Slicer. Slicer up to Garza. Garza plays the ball out wide to Kaufman. Kaufman's got the ball. And Vilonia possesses. Usher in the middle of the field. Now out to Martin. Coming into tonight's match, Vilonia is 11-4-1 on the season, 10-4 in conference. 1 second. We are full of all kinds of fun little hiccups tonight. Loose ball here coming down the sideline. Kaufman is there. Ball up to Hale. Hale pokes it away, centers it, but Jacksonville does get the ball, get back possession. Like I was saying earlier, coming to tonight's match, Vilonia is 11-4-1 on the season, 10-4 in conference. That's good for a third seed in the 5A Central. So Vilonia boys will be going on to the state tournament at the end of next week. it is pretty much assured that Vilonia will be the 3 seed, so they'll look to play the 2 seed out of the East. Jacksonville having a pretty successful season themselves. Jacksonville enters tonight's game 7-8-4 on the season, 6-5-4 in conference. So that's good for fifth place in the conference, and they're going to need some help from BB to make it to the state tournament, but regardless, they're guaranteed no less than fifth. So there's fifth with a very, very loose outside chance of fourth, but they're going to have to win here tonight. And I can promise you, these Vilonia boys, these seniors especially, are looking to not only win, but to win big. All right. So, sorry, we're getting adjusted. There's going to be a throw in here for Jacksonville. Jacksonville drops the ball back into their own box. Partridge is there for pressure. Ball played back to their keeper. Keep ball in keeper's foot. Plays it out wide. Far sideline, and Jacksonville looks to attack. Ortega's there for some pressure, but they are able to get the ball out. They've centered, and now they're looking to attack. Jacksonville maintains the ball going down the far sideline. Centering pass, but Kaufman's there. He's able to get a head on it, but ball still loose. Hale grabs the ball, drops to Kaufman. Kaufman flicks it over the back line. Hale's there. He he not only can't save it, he makes sure that Gage Pope is paying attention on the sideline by putting a line drive right into the side of his head. Pope looks to be okay, but it is a Jacksonville throw. Jacksonville looks to center it, but Martin's there. And a clear goes to Garza. Garza to McCrory. And even though there's a little bit of a mistouch there, Garza does have the ball, and he's looking to attack. Garza drops it to Slicer. Slicer plays ball control to Martin. And Vilonia has the ball around midfield. Vilonia switching field here. Line drive, touch, trying to go through, looking for like there's a runner there for Hale. But Jacksonville is there. Garza settles this ball, tries to play it up to Ortega, unsuccessfully. Ball's going out wide. Jacksonville possesses. Vilonia possesses, looking to tack up the sideline. Garza has it. Garza drops. Usry back out to Martin. Martin to Garza. And Garza drops it back to Kaufman on the other side of the field. Kaufman flicks it up, trying to get to McCrory. Jacksonville's there, and now there's a loose ball. Partridge pressures, but Jacksonville does maintain possession. Jacksonville possesses close to the line here. Pressure by Hale. Ball flicked up in to the box, but Braden Solomon's there for Vilonia. Tries to send it up to Usry, but it's deflected by Jacksonville. Jacksonville now possesses. Usry's there for immediate pressure. Jacksonville looks to send up the sideline. Martin passed out, stretched leg of Martin. Martin, though, is there for pressure. Jacksonville looking to try and get the ball up into the box. And Ortega and Martin double team. Ball's out on Ortega, though, as Jacksonville will have a throw in here. Score 0-0. We're under 35 minutes remaining in the first half. So half still early. We're about 5 minutes in. Jacksonville trying to figure out how to get the ball in. And it finally comes in, but off a Jacksonville foot, out the baseline, and goal kick for Vilonia. All right, back to action. Vilonia trying to get down the sideline, but Jacksonville able to knock it out. Jacksonville possesses around the 30. Jacksonville, not a lot of ability to move the ball forward, so back they go. Drops back to their center back, far side. Vilonia pressuring. Jacksonville trying to attack through anyway. And that ball never goes out of play, and Jacksonville does come out with the ball. But once again, Jacksonville, not a lot of options, so back they go. This time they attack up through the middle instead of trying to play it out wide. And here we have a high flick, but Kaufman is there, puts a head on it, gets the ball to Slicer. Slicer able to get to it. Once again, apologize, our camera here is freezing. Give me one moment. I'll try and get everything back under control. I'll give you verbal play-by-play while we figure out what's going on. Solomon fighting for the ball around the 30. He does possess. He gets the ball out to Ussery. Vilonia Garza has the ball in the middle of the Eagle, gets the ball up to McCrory. McCrory turns. Oh, there's a throw. Oh, so Hale had a run there. Okay, camera's back. Sorry about that, guys. Um, there was a flick up to Hale. Hale was able to get there. This ball trying to go to Jacksonville down the sideline, but it rolls out, and we have a Kaufman throw-in coming for Vilonia. Sam rockets the ball to Garza. Garza drops the ball back to McCrory. McCrory sends the ball up. That's through the back line, and Ortega's on. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much as their keeper's playing high in the box tonight, and Jacksonville looks to go the other way. Oh, Garza there picks off that centering pass. Garza dribbles, touch. Ball's poked away, but Ussery gets to it. Ussery centering it to McCrory. McCrory plays the ball out wide to Martin. Martin sends the ball. It looks like it was a through up to either Ortega or Garza. Neither one makes a run on time, and the Jacksonville keeper is able to pick it up. Jacksonville keeper plays a roll out wide or to the near side. And now they look to attack up the near sideline. Oh, able to save it. Oh, no, not able to save it. Throw in for Vilonia. Yeah, so Sam Kaufman has the ball into the field of play, but because a Jacksonville player was delaying of game, the ball has to get restarted. No warning, but that's okay. Vilonia has the throw in. Throw just misses the foot of Hale. Partridge there for pressure, but Jacksonville still comes out with it. Oh, Garza's able to pick off pressure that dropping pass, and now Jacksonville has to scramble to get the ball up to the sideline. Missed touch there by Jacksonville results in Ussery with the ball. Ussery pushing up through the center, plays the ball out wide to Hale. Hale with a touch, gets the ball back to Ussery. Ussery centers it. Oh, tries to send it over to Garza, but Jacksonville is there to intercept. Jacksonville running down the sideline now. Martin's there to provide pressure. Big touch. Martin makes sure to stay in between him and the ball, but it wasn't going to matter one way or the other as that ball goes out the sideline, and it's a Vilonia throw. Martin quickly gets the ball back into Ortega. Ortega, with a little bit of pressure on him, tries to send it up to Garza just a little bit too much, and Jacksonville possesses around the 30. Jacksonville looking to play a little two-man game on the far sideline. Once again, trying to attack Martin. Gets past Martin, but Solomon's there. Solomon's there to get it, not only get it and save it. Ball in, and Jacksonville has to drop it to get there. Oh, wow. A drop. Partridge is there to intercept it, but no one from Vilonia is able to get to the deflection. Jacksonville now at the 30, looking for a ball flicked in, out wide, and Sean O'Brien comes running in to pick that ball off before the Jacksonville wing can get to it. O'Brien with a big pickup there. Keeps the game near 0-0 as we're under 30 minutes remaining in this first half. O'Brien with a quick rollout to Kaufman. Kaufman, big touch over the Jacksonville player. Oh, no, Jacksonville able to get ahead on it, but unable to maintain possession here on this near sideline. McCrory with the throw. McCrory tries to get to Partridge. Partridge just can't quite get to it. Hale gets to it. Hale getting ragdolled, and throw awarded to Vilonia. McCrory is over to take this throw in for Vilonia. Big throw down the line, trying to get it into the box. Pardon the angle. Garza tried to center it. It deflects off of Hale, but then it also goes off a Jacksonville player, and Garza has a throw in coming for Vilonia. Drops it back to Slicer. Slicer settles. Turns. Gets the ball to Ussery. Loose ball. Shot out of bounds by Ussery. Jacksonville's going to have to throw this ball in to restart it. Jacksonville has to drop back to the keeper on the pressure by Partridge. Keeper, quick touch out to the far sideline. Jacksonville trying to figure out their plan of attack. Big touch up the middle of the field, but Ussery is there to play it off his chest. Shoved from behind, but ultimately Kaufman able to get it. Jacksonville playing a good high press here, but Vilonia able to handle it for the most part. Jacksonville possesses at the Eagle. Ball played to the sideline, headed to the middle, but Kaufman is there for Vilonia. And Slicer tries to pick up the ball, unsuccessful. Jacksonville comes out with the ball, drops. Jacksonville flips the ball up. Martin's got a foot on it, and now McCrory and Ortega pressure. Jacksonville has the ball, tries to put a ball up into the box, unsuccessful. Martin gets the ball up to Slicer. Trying to get the ball to Garza, a little bit too much. Instead, Scorpions this one out to Ortega. Partridge goes to the air, is two-hand shoved, and is unable to possess it, but that's okay. Vilonia has it going back the other way. That ball sent up by McCrory to Partridge, Partridge to Hale, Hale to Partridge, and we're going to get either a foul or a handling call on Vilonia. It's going to be a Jacksonville restart just outside the box, about 12, 15 yards into the field. That restart off of Vilonia. Restart off of Vilonia, so it'll be a Jacksonville throw in here around midfield. Flick into the box here by Jacksonville. Martin gets the ball out wide to Kaufman. I think to Kaufman. Yeah, to Kaufman. Hale and Kaufman were both in the vicinity, but looked like Kaufman was going to track that down. Sideline pass deflected by Jacksonville, and we have McCrory with a throw in around midfield. Ussery with an attempt on the sideline, unsuccessful. It's going to be a throw in for Jacksonville. During the stoppage in time, Jacksonville is going to take a couple substitutions. Like I mentioned in the girls' game, when it comes to Jacksonville, they wear white numbers on white jerseys, and unless they're literally right in front of me, I'm not going to be able to identify. So I apologize in advance for not knowing the Jacksonville players' names and numbers. It's a neat situation. Throw in for Jacksonville. And Jacksonville's attempt picked off by Vilonia. Now Vilonia going the other way. Garza trying to get the ball up to a running Slicer. Unsuccessful, but Ortega's there to pick off a centering pass. That pass also deflected off Ortega, but Jacksonville runs it down on the sideline before it goes out. Jacksonville trying to bulldog its way down the sideline, but Martin bears the storm, and now it's a throw in for Vilonia around midfield. Garza's going to take this throw for Vilonia. Gets the ball to Ussery. Ussery back to Garza. Garza looking down the sideline with the flick. I think he's trying to get that into the box for an Ortega run, but Jacksonville's there. Slicer picks up this ball down the sideline to McCrory. McCrory drops the ball quickly back to Martin. Martin back to Solomon. Bologna's looking to switch this around the field quickly. Kaufman had to get that off a little quicker as there's pressure coming from Jacksonville. Jacksonville sends a deep centering pass. Solomon looks like he's going to be there first. Solomon turns left, sends the ball out wide, just misses hitting a Jacksonville player in the face, and it'll be a throw in for the Jacksonville player dodged it, and so it'll be a throw in for Jacksonville. Jacksonville drops the ball back to the 40. It's settled there. Jacksonville possesses around the 30, cuts through. Solomon is there to clear. Ball out the sideline. Ortega can't get there. It's going to be a throw in for Jacksonville. Titans holding tight here, 0-0. We're about 23 minutes remaining in this first half, 17 minutes in, still no score. Ortega continuing to provide pressure. Partridge trying to fight for this ball, being held, and Jacksonville tries to clear. And of course, that AR is going to call a foul on Slicer. Restart for Jacksonville. I guess he's saying Slicer got under the jumping player. And ball sent in, but Kaufman is there. And that shove in the back is not legal, but we continue to play on. Slicer looks to clear, but Jacksonville kind of has possession of the midfield right now. Jacksonville I think they're just looking for a big touch into the box. Just haven't been successful so far. And Vilonia, Slicer gets it to McCrory. And good tackle there by Jacksonville. Jacksonville looks to go the other way. Solomon steps out, but Jacksonville able to get rid of the ball quickly. Oh, oof. Ball tried to put on the far post, but a leaping Sean O'Brien snatches the ball out of the air. Punt restart by O'Brien, played off a Jacksonville player foot at the mid or 45. McCrory's there. Slicer tries to put a ball down the sideline, just can't quite get turned on it, and ball's in a touch, and we'll have a Jacksonville throw. Ref blows the whistle on a Jacksonville restart. These are going to allow Jacksonville to make a substitution. There'll be 3 new players into the match for Jacksonville. Refs waiting for the Jacksonville substitutes to get off the field to prepare the restart of play. Just over 21 minutes remaining in this first half. Neither team able to find the back of the net yet. Both teams had a couple of opportunities, but no one's been successful. Jacksonville throw settled, and Partridge is able to cause a little bit of pressure, but Jacksonville maintains possession. Jacksonville attacking down the sideline. Martin's there to pressure. Braden Solomon steps in front of that pass and now looks to get the ball upfield. Some fancy footwork through 3 Jacksonville players. Gets the ball back to Martin. Martin drops to O'Brien. O'Brien out to Kaufman. Kaufman up to Slicer. Deflects off Slicer, though. Not able to control it. And they're going to call a foul on Slicer from behind. And ref trying to decide if the kid's actually hurt or if he's just faking it. Faking it is, and it'll be a direct kick for Jacksonville. About 15-yard line. Big opportunity for Jacksonville here. They'd like to go up early on Vilonia. There's just under 20 minutes remaining. Direct kick coming for Vilonia. Ref is marking off the line, which that makes sense. The ball's on the 15. The 5 is probably the logical place for the wall in this situation. O'Brien's calling out for his wall. Ref blows his whistle. Well, ref checks the field, blows his whistle, the approach, and O'Brien with a leaping save to stop the goal. Great stop by O'Brien in this situation. Kaufman and Solomon congratulate him on the dive. Knee goes up, and the touch is out. Ball played off the foot of a Jacksonville player around the 40, and they possess. Through path a little too hard, and O'Brien O'Brien is there to pick the ball up. Jacksonville looking for that perfect timing and just been unable to find it yet. Sean's punt threw past everybody, but ultimately possessed by Jacksonville. Jacksonville plays the ball out wide, and they are unable to get to it. Kaufman steps over twice, and that'll be a Vilonia throw. Kaufman quick on the restart, trying to get it to Hale on the run. Partridge, Hale, and Garza combined with Jacksonville, and Garza comes out with it. Garza on a run to Slicer. Slicer inside the box. That's a foul on the other side, but ball still in the box. Partridge has it, kicks it off a Jacksonville player, and it'll be making sure corner kick for Vilonia. Corner kick coming for Vilonia. You got McCrory and Garza both set up in the corner. So there may be some playing about who's going to take this touch. Ball in high, over and outstretched. Kaufman and Jacksonville still in the box, but able to get it out. Jacksonville looking to go the other way. Kaufman on a full sprint, and Ussery, sensing the shifting tides, gets the ball out of play, slows things down, lets Vilonia recover and get in a defensive posture. These Jacksonville kids are going to be in for an interesting game as there's now 3 ball boys on the far sideline, and all 3 of them are fighting over who gets to throw the ball to the player. That throw in drop to Jacksonville, and Jacksonville plays the ball hard off the ref, and the ref drop kicks to Jacksonville. Jacksonville now looking to attack on the outside of the box. Got to be careful there. Any foul there's trouble. Jacksonville gets the ball into the box, played off of a head to the center. Ussery and Kaufman both flying in, and Jacksonville shoots off the box. Follow-up deflected by O'Brien, and then the follow-up after that sent through the upright. Oof. Oh, man. If I didn't have a heart condition before tonight, I probably have one after. Vilonia dodges a couple of bullets as Jacksonville is unable to find the back of the net. And we have Sam Kaufman taking a goal kick for Vilonia. Goal kick flicked off of Partridge. And now there's a foot race. Partridge is able to get a foot on, is unable just to stay up, though. Hale's there to present. A lot of contact here. And foul called on Jacksonville. I can't tell if it's a handball or a foul. It either looked like he was calling for a shoving motion or an unnatural arm position. Let's see if he puts his hand up or he puts his hand out here or if he does anything. The way Garza's approaching this makes me think this is a direct kick, which would be a foul call. Hard shot, moving, deflected off the keeper. Keeper able, no one there for the rebound. And Jacksonville dodges a bullet. Big touch by Jacksonville, hits just inside the 50. Kaufman's there. Jacksonville player airs through. 2-man game going on for Jacksonville into the box. And Solomon's able to get there. And not only is O'Brien able to stop, Solomon was still in the corner, and now Vilonia's trying to go the other way. But Jacksonville's there to stop. Jacksonville possesses around the 30. And Solomon line drives it off a Jacksonville player. Slices there. He gets it to Garza. Garza looks to go the other way. Garza is fighting through contact. Ball loose. Ussery's there. Ussery trying to get to Garza. And Jacksonville possesses, trying to get the ball out wide. Slicer's there. Deflects off him, so it's going to be a Jacksonville throw-in. Throw-in coming for Jacksonville here around the 5. Ball in to the top of the box. Vilonia's there to pressure, not to allow any easy touches. Ball drops, sent out wide. Jacksonville will regroup. They're going to drop all the way back to midfield here. Actually, going to keep going back. Partridge there trying to pressure things and make them make a mistake. So far, nothing. Oh, but there's a bad touch, and Hale is able to pick it off. Tries to center it up to Partridge, just a little too much on it, and now Jacksonville is going to retreat back to keeper. Touch beer by the keeper, played around midfield. Slicer steps in front of it, sends the ball up to Garza. Garza back to Slicer. Slicer sends it to, I think he's centering that to Garza on a run, but no Garza there. And now Jacksonville is going to boot the ball as hard as they possibly can. That ball checks up outside the box, and Sullivan's there. Kaufman's there. Kaufman shoved from behind. Ref gets it that time. Foul called. So Vilonia dodges the attack here, and Kaufman's going to have a direct kick coming from inside his half of the field. Kaufman hands on hips, looks, quick touch out to Solomon. Solomon on the middle of the field. Jacksonville looking to come up. Solomon waiting patiently, sends the ball out to Usry. Usry has the ball on this near sideline. Usry trying to send it up to Slicer, but Jacksonville is there. Gets by Solomon, but can't get by Usry. Ball into the box. Ball flicked for a shot. O'Brien's able to get a hand on it. So the goal stopped, but it is going to be a corner kick for Jacksonville. Jacksonville corner kick here from the near corner. Hand up. Ball high. Charging. Kaufman able to get it off his head and clear it out wide. Jacksonville flips it up to the back to the box. Kaufman and Usry fighting for it. A lot of stabbing. And Jacksonville maintains possession. Flips the ball back up. Back into the outside of the box. Martin's there to stab it away. Slicer kicks it as hard as he possibly can off the baseline. I think there may have been a miscalculation there on Slicer's behalf. And we have a corner kick coming for Vilonia. Or for Jacksonville, I'm sorry. Jacksonville, low line drive. Garza's there to flip the ball up over the retreating Jacksonville player's head. Partridge is there to cause pressure. Backline trying to possess, get the ball out wide. Hale with some speed gets there. Hale, great run on it. Hale fouled out of, no, they're going to say that that's just the ball out of play. McCrory, throw incoming. Gets the ball off a Jacksonville player head. Partridge gets to it, but the ball goes out wide. We're going to have a Jacksonville throw. Jacksonville throw in, tries to get the ball out wide. Jacksonville trying to possess. Meggs Hale, and McCrory's there now pressuring him. Big touch here, but it looks like Solomon's going to win this foot race. Solomon tries to get it up to Ortega. Ortega can't get a handle on it, and that's going to be a throw in for Jacksonville around the 20. Jacksonville drops quickly. Slicer able to get that ball intercepted, send it back to the line, but Jacksonville will possess around midfield. Jacksonville trying to get back down the sideline, gets by a couple different defenders, and Martin eventually punches that ball out. It's going to remain a Jacksonville throw. Jacksonville high floater. I think that might have been a mistouch. And ball high in the air. Loose ball. Jacksonville possesses. Ooh, Jacksonville trying to center, and Slicer is there. McCrory gets the ball up to Partridge. Partridge trying to get the ball up to a sprinting Ortega. Jacksonville is there. Jacksonville gets the ball up. Looks to go across the field. Hale steps in front of it, and Kaufman is able to clear. But that ball is going to go into touch, and with this stoppage, Jacksonville is going to get to use a substitution. We have just over 9 minutes remaining in this first half. Score is still 0-0, Vilonia versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville substitutes are onto the field. Players coming off, and the ref signifies it's time to restart. Jacksonville drops. Ortega's there able to steal the ball, get it to Garza, and Garza's pass deflected, but McCrory's there. McCrory gets the ball up to Ortega. Ortega running. He's in the box, and collision and corner awarded to Vilonia. They say that ball went off Jacksonville, and a corner is awarded to Vilonia. Good effort there by Noah Ortega, winning that corner for Vilonia. You got Garza going to the far side corner. Hand up, ball up. Hale gets a foot on it. In play still, and it goes out the sideline, so it'll be a throw in here for Jacksonville. Vilonia looking to play a high third press. Slicer whiffs, and Jacksonville's going the other way. Us are there for immediate pressure, and the back line is there. Ball played again, back out wide. Solomon's there to pressure. Solomon's able to get there first, control, and eventually gets the ball up the sideline, but can't keep it in play. It'll be a Jacksonville throw-in. After a couple loose ball touches, Solomon clears the ball, and Garza to McCrory is where action is. McCrory gets the ball back out to Usry. Usry trying to get the ball down the sideline, but Jacksonville able just to get a body in front of it. Jacksonville out wide. Play on called. And a through pass to an offside player results in the ball going around the baseline and a goal kick for Vilonia. .6:30 remaining here in the first half. 0-0 still our score. Kaufman. Line drive. Jacksonville steps, plays it off their foot around the 45. Flips the ball over a coming Usry. Solomon there to fight for the ball. And ball punched out, but Jacksonville is in a position to maintain. Ball sent up into the box. And foul called on Kaufman. That's oh, I'm gonna have to go on mute here in a minute if it keeps up. We're gonna have a direct kick for Jacksonville at the around the top of the circle here. Referee sets the line. Jacksonville has a direct. Sean calling out directions for his wall. Backline in position. Official gives his notification that the ball can play. Ball flicked up and over, and disaster avoided. Goal kick for Vilonia. I believe my counterpoint at Eagle Vision, Chad Hearn would say, "Ball don't lie" in this situation. Oddly enough, as soon as I say that, I heard 6 people in the congregation in the audience saying it as well. Goal kick for Vilonia. Touch out wide from Kaufman to Martin. Martin sends the ball up to Slicer. Slicer controls. Slicer looks to send the ball up to McCrory. McCrory to Partridge. Partridge back to McCrory. McCrory back to Partridge. Partridge. Well, Hale and Partridge are both going in. Hale gets there first. He gets hammered in the box. And finally, this guy does something about it. Ref is he acknowledges there's a foul. He's getting help from his AR in the situation. Hopefully they come out together with a correct call. I believe the question is whether or not it was in the box, and the AR should tell us something here in a moment. We're going to sit here and wait for this decision by our center and AR. In-depth conversation. Clock is stop is asked to stop. 3:51 remaining. I'm assuming with this stoppage in the clock, there's going to be a warning of it's either a penalty kick or a warning has to be awarded, right? Because otherwise the clock continues. Yeah, clock stop. That means wait. What's going to happen here? Whoa. He isn't awarding a card. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Drop ball given to Jacksonville. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Vilonia plays this ball, and I don't see how a player shoved with two hands inside the box is a drop ball for the defending team. Okay, sorry. Ball back to action. Jacksonville possesses the ball going down the sideline. Super big touch here. Kaufman's going to get to it first. Oh, falls, but caught. But O'Brien is there to take the touch. O'Brien having a big night tonight here on senior night. Touch played high. It's going to land around midfield off the top of Partridge's head. Played back. Jacksonville is having to recover. That ball is going to go at the silo. That means it's going to be a Vilonia restart. Hales throws the ball into the box, into Garza. Garza has the box in the box. Beautiful shot. Haper just gets his hands on it. Now they're looking to quickly go the other way. Jacksonville possesses on the far sideline. Jacksonville doing a good job of possessing this ball, making Ortega work. Ball down the sideline, over Vilonia head, and now Jacksonville has the ball loose going. Centers this pass. Hale there to pick it off. Unfortunately, deflection right to a Jacksonville player. Just unlucky touching there. McCrory's pressuring immediately. Jacksonville looking to do something. Stabbing shot there, but Martin there to get the ball, get it to McCrory. McCrory to Slicer. And Slicer's probably going to line drive, trying to get it toward, take it down the line. Jacksonville's there and sends the ball back down the sideline into touch. Martin for Vilonia with the throw. Throw to Usry, but Usry unable to get there. Jacksonville has the ball in the middle of the field. Ball played out wide to hit fullback Jacksonville. Partridge there takes it away, though. Partridge looking to do something, plays the ball off the Jacksonville defender. It's going to be a throw in here at midfield for Vilonia. Partridge takes the throw, gets the ball to Usry around the 50. Usry back to Partridge. Partridge centers to McCrory. McCrory touches the ball up. Ortega is there to pressure, and ball still on. He's gonna call throw in for Vilonia. I'm assuming he's just gonna assume both of them are playing physical. He this call is gonna be throw in for Vilonia. He's letting both teams play the same way, and so hard to complain about that call. Drop to Slicer. Slicer coming across the top. Slicer a little too excited with that shot, sends it through the upright. It'll be a goal kick for Jacksonville. Titan goal kick coming. Low line drive, played out wide. Slicer's there, plays it up to McCrory. McCrory tries to center it, no one there. Jacksonville possesses. Jacksonville with the big touch, and now you've got a foot race between Kaufman and the Jacksonville player. Kaufman goes down trying to clear the ball, just barely gets his melon from being crushed by the Jacksonville player, and pops up and pokes the ball away. Ball in the center of the field. Bad touch there by Jacksonville, and now Partridge is going the other way. High kick by Jacksonville. No call. And foul called on Partridge, which, can you blame him? He just got kicked in the face. Why in the world wouldn't he be upset? We're at halftime, I believe. We're at halftime. Okay, so now he's blowing his whistle. He's talking to number 5. Nothing provided, though, I don't think. I'm going to move the camera away from the coach. Guys, we're going to go to halftime. 10 minutes remaining on the field. And we will be back in 10 minutes for the second remainder of this match. And the halftime horn has blown here at Vilonia. We are now entering the second half of tonight's match between the Jacksonville Titan and the Vilonia Eagles. Score is still tied 0-0 at the half. Exciting ending to the half. Several interesting calls. And all that remains of it, any of it, is that we are still tied and 40 minutes remain. And let's see, starting in the second half for Vilonia. Vilonia's out there to the field. Jacksonville's still stalling a little bit. Starting is innkeeper Sean O'Brien still there. Back line is still Jance Martin, Braden Solomon, and Sam Kaufman. You have Zach Usry, Clint Slicer, Griffin McCory, Ethan Partridge, Noah Ortega, Ryan Hale, and Victor Garza out there for Vilonia. Jacksonville has taken the field. Vilonia started the match with the ball, so Jacksonville gets to start with the ball in the second half. Ref checking with both keepers. Mouth up to whistle, whistle blown, clock starts. Jacksonville possesses, drops the ball back to the 20. Tries to send a big touch up the middle, but McCrory is there for Vilonia to possess. Flips the ball up, touched by Ortega, flip by Jacksonville. Ortega plays the ball out wide, twice off his head, and Jacksonville possesses. Jacksonville possesses the ball down the sideline. Partridge fights for the ball, gets it, and after having someone lay on him, the foul's called, and McCrory will have the direct kick. McCrory, high ball into the box, but straight to the keeper. Keeper's there, grabs it out of the air, and we have a throw restart by Jacksonville. Slicer's there to pick it off, though. Hale settles it, gets the ball back to Slicer. Slicer tries to send it to Garza. Garza just misses, and Jacksonville looks to clear again. Hale for Vilonia is there to flick it over to Usry, and Jacksonville is on the way. Solomon there to drop. Well, Jacksonville plays the ball out wide. Kaufman out there, shot taken, but it's wide left. It goes into the side of the far side net. That'll be a goal kick for Vilonia. O'Brien grabs the ball, places it, and then Kaufman's set up to take this touch. Big touch by Kaufman. Played off a Titan head around midfield. Slicer sprinting up to win the ball. And Ortega there to get it. Collision at midfield. Ball in the air. And McCrory loses possession. Usher there to slow things down, but Jacksonville does maintain. Ball flicked up into the corner. Jacksonville there. Martin there to pressure. Drop. And Usry wins the ball, gets it off Ortega's foot. Jacksonville's there. Ortega stops the clearing pass. Pressure. Jacksonville gets it down the field, but Partridge is there to get the ball. Slicer stabs at it, centers it, but Jacksonville possesses. Slicer plays the ball off his body, I hope. And Partridge gets the ball, flicks it up in the box just a little too much, and the Jacksonville keeper is there. Jacksonville will have a restart inside their box. Keeper starts dribbling, puts a punt out. Ball lands just on the other side of the 50. Kaufman wins it off his head to Usry. Usry oh no. Jacksonville runs the ball up through the middle of the field and just beats O'Brien on the near side post with 36:51 remaining. Jacksonville goes up. 3 minutes into this second half, Jacksonville goes up 1-0. McCrory at midfield, ready to start on the officials' notice. Jacksonville starting in the middle circle. Referee notices, pushes them out. McCrory drops to Usry. Usry to Martin. Jacksonville looks to press. Ball dropped back to Solomon. Solomon out to Kaufman. Kaufman up to Garza. Garza to Usry, and now there's a run down the line. And good shielding by Jacksonville results in a Jacksonville throw-in. Oh, Hale with a lunge blocks it. Controls, gets the ball back out wide to Garza. Garza slide tackle, loses the ball. That's going to be a throw-in for Vilonia. Garza has words for the AR as he goes over. I don't know what he's checking on. I'm pretty sure he's upset that somebody just put cleats into his shin. Garza now looking to throw. Gets the ball into the corner to Hale. Hale wrapped up, and Jacksonville punches it out. Throw-in coming for Vilonia. This time around the goal line, around the football goal line, so about 10 yards out. Garza surveys, runs on, puts the ball into the box, off the shoulder of Hale. Slicer whiffs on the touch, but Usry's there to send the ball back to Kaufman. Kaufman puts the ball into the box. It's deflected off a Jacksonville player, and now we have a rush into the box. Jacksonville has no choice but to send the ball out wide, and we're going to have a throw-in for Vilonia on the near side. Partridge gets the ball into Ortega. Ortega settles. Usry gets there, gets the ball back to Partridge. Partridge just outside the box. Centering, and picked off by the Jacksonville keeper. Jacksonville keeper's been really active in place tonight, doing a very good job for Jacksonville, keeping the goals to 0. Jacksonville looking to counter. Kaufman's there. Usry flips it over the attacker. Garza to McCrory. McCrory back to Slicer. Slicer loses it. Big touch there by Jacksonville, deflected by Kaufman, and now Jacksonville is looking to attack. Martin, though, is there to step in front and get it. Martin depossessed, but Usry's there to get it back, and now Martin coming down the sideline to Partridge. Partridge tries to flip it over the defender, sends the ball flicked high in the air. Garza and Hale are there to pressure. Defender really has no choice but to kick that ball out as wide as can. Garza with a quick restart to Ryan. Hale tries to get there. Jacksonville gets to it before it goes up the baseline. That's going to be a corner kick coming for Vilonia. We got Garza heading that way for Vilonia. McCrory's heading that way as well. I can't tell if this is going to be a quick two-man restart or if they're going to change places. Hand up by Garza. 2 hands up by Garza. Waving like crazy. Ball flicked in. Off the foot of Hale. Off the foot of Kaufman. Kaufman tackled in the box. Ball rolls to the keeper. And the ball's going the other way. Kaufman got a foot on it. Went to go do it again. And got landed on. And the keeper stopped it. But Partridge is there to win the ball. Partridge trying to send it to Ortega is depossessed, and Jacksonville now has the ball around the 45, looking to go the other way. Kaufman with a big touch, and Jacksonville possesses. Jacksonville flips the ball into the box. This is not going to be soft enough, and O'Brien's the first one there. A little over 33 minutes remaining. Oh, sorry, my clock is out of whack. I will get us back in line here in a second. Ball into the box. Jacksonville keeper into the air. He gets it. Good pressure by Ortega, but Jacksonville's keeper able to pull that ball out of the air. His punt high in the air. Lands on the other side of the circle. Past Martin, but Solomon's there. Martin wins the ball. Gets the ball up to Usry. Usry steps by. Now he's attacking. Usry surveys. Gets the ball to Slicer. Good moves there by the CR to get out of the way. Ball flicked up just a little too high for Garza, and Jacksonville able to win the ball. Kaufman steps in front of that, and now he's making a run. Kaufman loses the ball, and now there's a 2-on-2 situation for Jacksonville. Solomon's there. Jacksonville pressuring. Solomon able to recover. Low line drive. O'Brien's there. Brian with the save and a Vilonia stop. It'll be a restart in the box for Vilonia. O'Brien's punt lands just inside the 40, takes a couple bounces, settled by Jacksonville. Ortega's there to pressure. Slicer picks off the line pass. McCrory centers it. Oh, just over Garza, but Jacksonville hits it instead. It's going to be a Vilonia throw, and Partridge picks the ball up. Wait, we have a stop. AR is going to award a substitution at this time. It looks like number 18, Davin Partridge, is going to be entering the game for number 26, Noah Ortega. Noah Ortega receiving a good round of applause. It also looks like Ryan Hale will be leaving the game for number 9, Junior Garza. So Hale and Ortega putting a lot of good time here in the first 50 minutes of this game, and now it's time to see what Junior and Davin can do. So little brothers out here with their older brothers on senior night. Love to see it. Oh, no. Braden loses the ball, and we have a stoppage. This clock stops. So Solomon got away with some pulling there, but the shoving in return by Jacksonville, it's always the retaliator that gets caught. Yellow is awarded. He has to go take a breather. Substitution is made, and it'll be a restart for Vilonia. That's a classic case of the retaliators, the one who gets caught. Don't ever retaliate. CR settles, blows his whistle. 33 remaining in the second half. Vilonia down 1-0. Slicer's line drive played off a Jacksonville foot, and Usry's there to get to it. Kaufman quickly boosts his ball high to the sideline. Not just a little bit too much for Davin Partridge to get there. This Jacksonville restart's going to allow the yellow card player to return within the first 30 seconds, so he's clearly cooled off. And Jacksonville has a throw in. Jacksonville drops. Big touch, trying to get up the middle field. Usry skies to get it. Davin fighting for it, but can't get to it. It's going to be off Vilonia, and it's going to be a throw for Jacksonville. Titans get the ball in. Look to possess. And Partridge able to poke it away, gets it to Junior. Junior gets it to Victor. Victor's deflected out wide, but Davin's there. Davin fights through a lot of contact, and Jacksonville possesses. Jacksonville plays this ball out far wide. They'll go to center at Solomon, able to get to there first and touch it. He plays this ball out to Ethan Partridge. Partridge sends a through ball off a Jacksonville player's head. Usry, a couple deflections, and McCrory comes out with it. He sends the ball, all up to Garza. Jacksonville's there. Ball sent out wide. Victor Garza, Junior Garza. Oh, wide right. Right. Good effort there by the Garza brothers, trying to get Vilonia equalized here with under 30 minutes remaining. Great pass by Victor. Good attempt by Junior, but ball goes wide right, and Jacksonville escapes. Jacksonville restart. Looks to be a ball possession game. Tries to get this ball down the sideline. It's a 2-on-1 situation on the far side. Jacksonville now looking to center. Ball played wide. Kaufman outruns the Jacksonville attacker and sends this ball wide out the side. It'll be a Jacksonville throw. Kaufman steps in front of that throw in. Shoved from behind. And foul awarded. Jacksonville parents encouraging our players to stay on the feet when they get shoved from behind. I guess they figure if we stay up, they won't call the fouls. Line drive by Kaufman down the sideline to Davin Partridge. Partridge flicks it around and is going down the sideline. Gets through, gets past the defender, is getting pulled down from behind. Jacksonville kicks the ball out, and this better be a corner. Corner kick awarded. I was going to say. There was, without question, that ball was out on Jacksonville. Garza sets up. Quick touch into McCrory. McCrory's got the ball just outside the box. Line drive. Keeper has to punch it out. No one from Vilonia there to put it back in, and the ball is going out the sideline. Oh, no. Jacksonville gets to it. And Davin Partridge is able to knock it away. Now there's a sprint, and somehow Partridge wins the battle. And now Varza has a throw-in. That's got to be embarrassing when a kid half your size wins a physical battle on you. Oh, ball off Ethan Partridge's head, but it's wide. Good look there from Vilonia. All right, goal kick coming for Jacksonville. Garza with the high pressure. Foul called. Yeah, good hustle by Garza. Contact made. And now Partridge is getting warned for Garza's foul. So that shows you how much. Oh, okay. So Partridge is getting warned for delay of game, which makes no sense with Vilonia being at the disadvantage at this time. Solomon gets the ball off the win. Slicer tries to get to Partridge. Partridge just can't get his body turned, and now Jacksonville's going to have a throw. Jacksonville drops. Garza's there for pressure, and McCrory gets it. Ball flicked up in the air. Garza's going in. Garza's going high. That ball's going to be up in the air, and Garza undercuts the keeper. Yeah, that's going to be foul on Junior. Yeah, yellow card awarded to Junior Garza. Garza has to come out for a cooling off period. It looks like number 33, Charlie Polcar, is going to be entering the game in his stead. The referee's trying to take control of this game. It has gotten, let's say, I think the term is chippy, and he's trying to do his best to keep this under control. But it's hard to do when you let so much stuff go through in the first half. But he's making a valiant effort here. Restart for Jacksonville, a little under 26 minutes remaining. Jacksonville restart, played into the circle, and Ussery gets the ball up to Garza, or to Victor Garza. Victor flicks the ball up into a running Partridge. Partridge in the box. Jacksonville with not a lot of options here, but to clear it. Actually, that ball is going to get one before it goes out. Jacksonville possesses. Trying to center this ball. Ball stabbed. Slicer able to get to it, but no one for Vilonia there. Jacksonville looking to play it out wide, but Martin's there to slow it down with the header. Jacksonville still possesses. Slicer outruns, gets the ball up to Ussery. Ussery to Partridge. Partridge gets it down the sideline, just a little too much angle on there, and it's going to be a Jacksonville throw. Jacksonville possessing down the sideline. Both Polcar and Partridge work together to get the ball. Partridge gets the ball to Garza in the box, tackled. Nothing called. And Jacksonville going the other way. Yeah, Vilonia parents quite upset, and I can't. Yeah, we have a Vilonia player down, and the answer is, oh no, they are not gonna. AR was trying to call a foul on Vilonia in the box. Ref calls for a stoppage, but not a stop of clock, and the restart's going to be a drop ball to Vilonia. Partridge, or O'Brien gets the ball out to Martin. Martin gets the ball out to Slicer. Slicer pressing the ball up. Slicer with a line drive off of Jacksonville head. Polcar trying to run this down. Centers it into the box. And Jacksonville has, trying to send it out wide. Sends it out into out the baseline. There's going to be a corner kick coming for Vilonia. Vilonia really would like to make something happen here and equalize this with 23:30 remaining in the second half. Garza's over in the corner looking to make something happen. McCrory walking close, but Jacksonville smells that game. Hand up, ball line drive, off of Polkar's foot, but straight to the keeper. Good stop by the Jacksonville keeper. Good shot by Polkar, better stop by Jacksonville. Jacksonville now looking to attack up the middle of the field. Full sprint here. Two players off, but Solomon is there to possess. I think that was probably a shot. He just didn't lost track of where he was on the field. Goes far left. On this restart, it looks like Victor Garza is going to come out, take a breather, and Junior is going to take his place. Junior Garza is going to take his place. Little Garza for Garza. Kaufman with the quick touch to Solomon. Jacksonville looks to pressure. Kaufman shoots a line drive. Polkar's looking to run on. Polkar gets a foot on it. It's a foot race. Yeah, like Polkar in the box. The AR, let's see what the call is. It's out of the box. Jacksonville unhappy with anything getting called against them tonight. I can't blame them. Nothing else has been. And Vilonia will have a direct from the 10-yard line. Looks like McCrory is lined up to touch it. So, crowd in anticipation. Ref marks the 10-yard spot. Feels a lot closer than 10 yards, but he walked it. McCrory waits for the whistle. Shot line drive right to the keeper. Keeper punches it down to where only he can get it, and now Jacksonville looking to go the other way. Slicer gets to it before the rushing. Oh, Slicer. Slicer with a low line drive, but wide left. All right, we have a goal kick for the Titans here, and the ref allows Vilonia to do a substitution. Victor Garza is going to come back into the game, replacing Charlie. Charlie put in some excellent minutes there. He had one good shot, and he drew a foul there to set up Vilonia for another opportunity. Polkar really pulling his weight tonight, but Victor Garza back into his place. You have both Garzas up top. Jacksonville, line drive, lands around the 45. Kaufman unable to win the ball. Ussery there to help and slow things down. Ball centered. Slicer takes advantage of a sleeping Jacksonville player. Ball still out wide. Throw in award to Jacksonville. Yeah, I think AR got that one right. It was quick bang bang, but Jacksonville awkward sideways throw in, and McCrory's pressuring. Big touch. And if we were playing the other type of football, Jacksonville just scored 3. But nonetheless, we're going to have a goal kick here for Vilonia. During this stoppage, the ref's going to allow for substitution on the Jacksonville side. O'Brien tracks down the ball, gets it to Kaufman, and we're going to have a goal kick for Vilonia. Kaufman starts at the ball, stops, tries again. Quick touch out to Martin. Martin onto it, down the sideline. Pressure coming here. Puts the ball hard down the sideline, going to, looks like he's trying to go to either Partridge or Garza, and Jacksonville throws the ball out. Slicer down the line to Victor Garza. Garza controlling. Centers the ball up to Ussery. Ussery alone in the middle of the field. Ussery gets the ball on to Junior Garza. Junior Garza by himself. Can he get to it? Left foot centered. Oh, no. Centers it. Davin Partridge just missed it, but Garza has the ball. And Vilonia's going to control. That's McCrory getting the ball. He's got Probable on him, but, Slicer with a low line drive, just a little bit too much into it. Pulls the ball right. And there's going to be a goal kick for the Titans. All right, goal kick coming for the Titans. Little under 19 minutes remaining in the second half. Vilonia looking to equalize. A couple of good opportunities there. Ball settled by Slicer, and Slicer comes through with it. Slicer trying to get the ball up, but it's picked off by a diving Jacksonville player. Martin gets the ball to Junior. Junior trying to go down the sideline, gets by one, tries to center it to Victor. Victor, player tries to head the ball into Victor's knee, and Jacksonville comes out with it. Jacksonville looking to send it wide. Kaufman's there. Kaufman shoved from behind and fouled from behind. That's a clock stop. Yeah, that a little late to the party, but he's starting to realize when they're not even playing the ball and they're just throwing their shoulder into people that it's not acceptable play. Yellow card given. We'll have a direct kick for Vilonia. McCrory standing on the ball just outside the 40 as Jacksonville makes their substitution. 18:07 remaining here in the second half. Vilonia down 1-0. Referee moves into position. Whistle blown. Clock starts. McCrory high. Far side to Victor. Off of Jacksonville player. Off of Garza. And Jacksonville has no choice but to play it out. And we will have a throw in for Vilonia. Garza over. Quickly gets the ball to Slicer. Slicer touches. Pops a high one in to Partridge. Partridge is there. Oh my goodness. Partridge misses the header, but Davin takes the shot. I guess they're saying that hit the post before it hit the keeper. That looked like the keeper touched it. The keeper deflected that, but goal kick is awarded. And there will be a Jacksonville Titan goal kick. Low line drive, picked off by Partridge. Partridge dribbles up, centers, tries to get it over to Partridge. Wasn't bad enough when it was Garza and Garza. Now I've got Partridge and Partridge. Partridge pressures. Jacksonville just trying to get the ball out of trouble. And Jacksonville finally gets the ball out wide, looks to get down the sideline, and they possess. McCrory's there to slow things down. McCrory hit hard. McCrory's shoved off the ball, but Usry's there to win it. Partridge gets the ball up to Garza. Garza shoved, and goal kick awarded. Goal kick awarded to Jacksonville. Garza trying to get verification on why that wasn't either a foul or off the Jacksonville player, as either would have applied. AR has no answer, and the ball is a goal kick for Vilonia. Quick touch here by the keeper, and now they look to send the ball up. Garza and Slicer collide, and it's going to be miscommunication there, results in a throw-in for Titans. Titans not interested in using the ball boys ball. Instead, they'd like to spend 15 seconds running and getting the ball that is no longer valid. Playing the game. Jacksonville possesses. Slicer tried to stab at it, just missed it. Big touch by Jacksonville, but O'Brien's there to basket catch that one. And Vilonia will look to restart. Just his shin guard, and then rolls this ball out quickly to Martin. Martin down the near sideline. Ball up to Slicer. Slicer possesses. Slicer with a good touch, and now you got Garza on the run. Just a little bit too much. Jacksonville restarts. Partridge able to get to it there first. Now Partridge full speed down the sideline. Centers the ball, and Jacksonville is there. Ooh, this could be a collision. McCrory's able to get there. And Garza has the ball trying to save it. He saved it. But Jacksonville is able to get there first. But McCrory's there to get it. McCrory to Partridge. Partridge is trying to center it up to Garza. Ball deflected out. Ball going down the sideline is corner awarded. Okay, they did catch that went off a Titan player. And we have a corner kick coming for Vilonia. Corner kick coming for Vilonia. That's Griffin McCrory in the corner. Under 15 minutes remaining. Hand up. Ball high. Off Garza, over Garza's head. This ball is going to go out the sideline unless Martin can get there. He can. It's going to be a goal kick for Vilonia, or for Jacksonville. Vilonia's corner kick unsuccessful there, and Jacksonville will restart with a goal kick. Ball into play, short touch. Jacksonville trying to work down the sideline. Oh, bad touch picked up by Garza. Garza into the box, centering touch over a Jack Titan player, and Partridge there to pressure. Ball cleared. Slicer not able to get a foot on it, and Ussery pressures. Jacksonville maintains. And Ussery wins. Ussery is first one there, but the ball goes on to touch, and we'll have a throw in for Jacksonville inside their 30. Throw in for Titans. Titans take their time. Survey. Quick drop in. Looks for a centering pass. That goes off Kaufman's head to the far side. Settled by the Titans. Titans unable to get through there, and Partridge is going off with the ball. Partridge gets there. That Partridge sells the touch pretty well there. Foul called. It's just a foul call, and right, it's just a foul. Garza's there. Ball moves back 2 yards. Ball settled by Partridge. Partridge flips it over, makes a run down the middle. Jacksonville clears it out wide, and the ball is, we have some confusion here. Well, the AR originally signaled Vilonia ball, then got really confused. Now Jacksonville's running it down. I guess the call is the ball was already out when Partridge kicked it, but so Vilonia throw. Ball dropped to Ussery, to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to send it up to Junior. Junior drops the ball back. Well, maintains. Martin sends the ball up to Partridge. Partridge unable to make a run on it. And the Jacksonville keeper lets it roll out the baseline so he can waste 15 more seconds of clock as we're under 12 minutes remaining left in this match. Excellent sportsmanship, or excellent gamesmanship here by the Jacksonville team, making sure to milk as much clock as they can with a 1-0 lead under 11 minutes remaining. Goal kick coming for Jacksonville. Ball sends out wide, played off a Jacksonville player on the 40. McCrory's there to get it, but Ussery was coming on and unable to get his play back. Kaufman steps to, gets to it. Ussery then gets it. Ussery trying to dribble through 3 players, gets past 2 different lunging players. Victor gets it, gets the pulls the ball way out, and Partridge is offside. So in the area, Partridge was offside, but the AR failed to catch the defender who was standing in the goal box. And offside is called. He saw what he saw, and it'll be a restart for Jacksonville. Jacksonville, big touch here. Kaufman gets it off his head, and now we have a foot race. Jacksonville just sends it as deep down as center they can. Ball's going to get into the box. O'Brien's going to get it. O'Brien high on the top of the box. Rolls it out to Martin, and now Jacksonville looks to pressure. Martin to Slicer. Slicer steps through, and now Slicer's running. Slicer tries to get the ball up to Partridge, but Jacksonville's there. McCrory gets the ball back to Slicer. Slicer out wide to Garza. Junior drops this ball back to Martin. Martin controls, drops this ball back to Solomon. Jacksonville playing some pretty disciplined soccer right now. Mart Usry tries to win a loose ball, and this is just legitimate hard soccer. He got fouled by his own player, and this center calls it on Usry. Vilonia pleading their case, pointing out that if your own teammate tackles you, that's not a foul. Center says, I don't care, and the ball game goes on. Line drive into the box, off Solomon's foot. McCrory swings, misses, but able to get the rebound, and now Partridge is going down. Partridge outran by a player, but he's going to keep going. Partridge full speed, able to get a little bit hit here. Partridge isn't going to give up. Jacksonville has no choice but to continue the retreat. And Jacksonville tries to possess around midfield. Usry with the pressure there. And throw in award to Jacksonville. And Jacksonville has a substitution here. A little over 8 minutes remaining in this match. Partridge is coming out. Well, we think he's coming out. Yeah, Partridge is coming out. And Ryan Hale replaces Davin Partridge back into the match. Big throw here by Jacksonville. Garza looks to pressure. Ball set up to the middle, settled by Slicer over to McCrory. McCrory back to Slicer. Slicer trying to get up to Usry. Usry ran down from behind. Play on, awarded. Maybe Zach should have got knocked down by a Vilonia player so they would have called it. We have a foot race into the corner. Solomon trying to keep the ball in play. Does for a time, but the ball does eventually go to the sideline. Usry made the mistake of getting fouled by the other team and not his own team. He won't do that again. Throw-in coming for the Titans. Ball won by Vilonia. Ball up to Garza. Garza hit from behind as he goes to turn. Tackled from behind. Tries to take his knee out. Grabbed him, pulled him down, and guys, you got to be careful. There's a chance they might end up finding a way to call this on Garza. Let's stop and see what happens. Weirder things have happened. Earlier, we should have had a goal kick, and somehow they got the ball. So let's wait and see. Let's make sure he remembers what the call is. He does. Okay, so it's going to be a direct kick for Vilonia. Looks like Slicer's going to take this kick. 6:43 remaining. Got to be patient with this group. You never know what they're going to do. Quick touch here to Usry. Usry sends the ball out wide to Martin. Martin set up. Pressure coming. Drops his ball back to Usry. Usry sends the ball back to Solomon. Solomon around the eagle. Sends this ball out to Kaufman. Kaufman gets to it. Dribbles up to the 40. Flicks this ball down the sideline to a running Garza. Garza centers it. Gets to it. Partridge gets under it. Flies it up. And keeper has to get it. I'm pretty sure the keeper hit his back on the crossbar there. As he goes down, he's hurt. He hit his back on either the crossbar or the post, and he's up now. I don't think he was stalling, but if Vilonia was wise, they would have came in and took that ball off the ground and put it in. Yeah, if he put it down, the second he put it down, that ball's live, and Vilonia could have taken advantage of it. Vilonia better sports than that. Garza looking to send this across to Garza. Garza gets a foot on it, just not under control. Vilonia's there to quickly get the ball back to the keeper. 5:33 remaining. Substitution for Jacksonville on this goal kick. Now, the second this clock gets... Okay. Goal kick coming for Jacksonville. Big touch. Over everyone's head. Solomon hit from behind, and now it's a foot race, and Kaufman's able to get there. Kaufman just tries to send it out. Throw in for Jacksonville. Under 5 minutes remaining. Vilonia still down 1-0. Jacksonville threatening. Throw to the top of the box. Vilonia's got to be careful. Off the foot of Jacksonville, it'll be a throw in for Vilonia. Oh, no. Come on, Johnson. Get that ball to Martin quicker. 4:30 remaining. Martin gets the ball. Gets the ball to Slicer. Slicer settles. Drops this ball back to Solomon. Solomon's going to. We got to get moving quickly here. Solomon gets the ball. He's come to the sideline. Centers this ball to Usry. Usry's on the run. Plays this ball wide out to Slicer. Slicer puts a flick up. You got Garza and Partridge going on. Headed out by Jacksonville, and Partridge there for the throw. Ball dropped into McCrory. McCrory plays it off his chest, and Usry's able to get the rebound, but just a little bit too much on it, and Jacksonville able to send it up. Jacksonville looking for a foul there, but they maintained possession. Jacksonville may have been better suited not getting a foul call there. Oh, good move there by the Jacksonville player. One-on-one. And that's a foul for that. He's gonna have to call that because he's missed everything else. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. There's no question about it. That is a legitimate foul. It's hard to argue that when he tripped him from behind in the box. PK coming for Jacksonville. 3:30 remaining. 3:30 remaining in this half. Jacksonville looking to go up two here. Whistle blows. Sneaks it in on the close post. Jacksonville goes up 2-0. 3:30 remaining in the second half. Vilonia's going to have to put a lot together here in this last 3:30 to get back into an even status, even more to pull a win up. You can clearly tell that this is Jacksonville's season because they have been all but eliminated from the playoffs. So getting a win here is probably the same as making state for them. So good for Jacksonville here. A lot of valiant effort, but let's see if Vilonia can do something this last 3:30. Ball dropped from McCrory to Slicer. Slicer out to Kaufman. Kaufman coming down the sideline. Drops this ball back to Usry. Usry across to Slicer. Slicer tries to flip it up to Garza. Garza settles. Plays this ball out to Ethan. Partridge saves it. Gets the ball. He's in the middle. And throw in. Coming for Vilonia. My clock's faster, yes. So just so everyone's aware, I'm about 20 seconds ahead of the game clock. Garza gets the ball centered in off the head of Hale, but it goes out the sideline. And 3:05 remaining in this second half. .253 remaining. Yeah, so at this point, we're in dangerous delay of game territory, but I don't know if the ref knows that. Ball played off a Jacksonville player and out of touch. It's going to be a Vilonia restart here. Hale's running this ball down. Kaufman gets the ball high, looking to go to Slicer. Slicer settles, sends it through, ball up to Garza. Garza hit from behind. McCrory gets the ball. Garza wins it back. Garza looking to make something happen here. Gets the ball up to Hale. Vilonia throw. AR got confused there for a minute, but it's a Vilonia throw. Garza gets the ball, looking to make something happen. Line drive off of the Jacksonville player. I thought that might have been us, or it might not have been. Off Hale's head. Hale tries to center it. Jacksonville gets it. Partridge gets a flip over off a Jacksonville player's head, and now it's Junior. Junior doesn't realize that Garza turned his head too soon. He had a walk-in goal. Good lesson for a freshman there. Never turn your back on the ball. Jacksonville dodges. 1:35 remaining. Ball played off Kaufman, centered by Jacksonville. And Slicer has it, gets it back to Solomon. Solomon steps. Drops his ball to Martin. Martin to Usry. Usry to Garza. Garza, keep your head up. A lot of time left. Throw in for Titans. Clock stops. 59 seconds left on a Jacksonville substitution. Oh, so, well, good news is the ref is going to go in off his own clock. So our clock doesn't matter. He's going to call this here in 20 seconds. Jacksonville possessing. Vilonia frantic. Vilonia doesn't realize they only have 31 seconds because they heard him. Okay, good. Hale, 16 with the ball, looking to try and get down the sideline. Centers it. Can't quite get it to Garza. And Jacksonville has ball. Solomon tries to get it down the line, gets it to Garza. And even though the clock's not there, he's going to blow the whistle anyway because he has been a stand-up guy all night. Jacksonville sneaks out of Vilonia on senior night with a 2-0 win. Vilonia will be back tomorrow. Vilonia will be back in action tomorrow at 5:30 against Eastham, where they look to change the tide. All the boys will be back tomorrow at 5:30. That's all we have for senior night tonight. Good fought match by both teams, and that's where I'll stop the praises. Have